check, monopolize the set, but I been taking hits like I can't die like any morning of the day, the dawn of the dead. I don't see nothing but red.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A give to Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The give is to Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. There's Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Lance. That's Samuel, caught left side. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 9. Throwing now is Lance. And returns it right back to Samuel. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game. And
looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
There we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 10th carry now for Elliott. Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing, Prescott. They shakes him off. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together Charles and Nathan. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Eluding the pressure right.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So remember now, they've had some problems with the side here that have dogged visiting kickers in the first few years of Levi Stadium. Well, really any kicker for that matter.
Yeah.
Not sure if that had any effect there, Charles, but that was not the greatest of kicks.
And no, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary on that one. The field looks to be in great shape. He just kind of botched it.
Yeah, I agree. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And incomplete on the deep ball. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there. And that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Play action, now it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And that is incomplete here.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Right back to Juszczyk again. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And this one's incomplete.
Now you got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Prescott now. Being chased out left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. Now Prescott. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Lance now on 1st down. This one caught by Kittle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
On 1st down, Lance. They'll roll him out right. Caught by Sanu. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Lance. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
A big play there on the catch and run. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down again. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Dak. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Through 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
To throw, Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw, and he's going to go down. They get joined back at the 40. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Lance looking to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Niners have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt. And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One last shot now for Prescott. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game